There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
You know what I love about the Sentinels of the multiverse universe is that it is a multiverse universe, and it includes things like dimensional travel and time travel and other planets and cool stuff like that. So I've decided to take advantage of the fact that that is part of their mythos. This is Doug, by the way, Doug Mystic Guy on Board Game Geek, bringing you episode 2 of our playthrough of Sentinels of the Multiverse. Now, if you were confused about the Twilight Zone introduction, the reason I'm doing that is because I made some startup learning mistakes with these characters in the first episode. So we're going to call that our learning turn, where I got a little more familiar with these characters, and with the help of some viewers and some things that I caught, I thought that since we were only one turn in, it wouldn't be too bad to just give it a reboot and start turn 1 again, knowing that I have these corrections. They're pretty important. So, like for instance, I'm going to pop Deadlock up here on the screen for you right now. It says at the end of the villain turn, if there are 3 or more catastrophe cards in play, flip this card. But this is the part I kind of missed. Otherwise, play the top card of the villain deck. That means that Deadline would be playing 2 cards a turn, not 1. In addition, I played the card from Guise wrong, the one where he looks like Samuel Jackson from, oh god, I keep blanking out on the freaking movie. Anyway, that movie, yeah. I played that incorrectly as well enough that I thought, well, you know what, we're not that deep in it, so I kind of gave us a reset, and I think I have a better understanding of the characters and that to start playing after that first turn. You know, I thought knowing Sentinels enough I could just get out of the box and play it, but so this is a learning lesson for you guys. I would kind of research these characters a bit and the villains before you play them out of the box, because there are some subtle differences in them, and I missed a key one with Deadline. So that said, let's get started with Deadline and start our villain turn. So we have time traveled back to the shattered dimensions and timelines and have come back to a bit of restart. The heroes are freaking out, they don't know what happened, but all of a sudden everything was back to where it begun. So let's get going. So once again, as we go through this, we have the villain turn first, and the villain turn starts with anything that says start a villain turn. So I currently do not have anything that says that. So the next step would be to draw a card. Okay, so there's a start of the game. I just want to make sure I don't have anything that says start of the turn. Okay, great. I just have an end of the turn condition. 2 of them. Alright, so let's draw our card and see what this is. Unnatural Disaster. So 1 shot. Reveal the top hero, the top, okay, that means number of heroes, so 4, minus 1 card, so 3 of the villain deck. Put all catastrophe cards revealed into play and discard the other cards. That's pretty nasty. Wow. Okay, I'm going to put the glaive over here because I want to put his discard pile here. So we got to draw 3 more cards. Ouch. Ouchie. Okay, Subjugation Super Zone, we've seen that. Now, good news is that it's already past the start of the turn, so we know that this is going to be causing irreducible damage, which I did figure out how to do in the app last time we played. The next one is Magnetic Pole Shift. So this is another catastrophe, and it says at the start of the villain turn, discard the top heroes, so top 3 minus 2 cards of each non-villain deck, and destroy 3 minus 2 hero ongoing and equipment cards. That's really bad, because it seems like there's a lot of ongoing and equipment stuff in these guys' decks. And a second one of those. So we have 2 of those. That's already, I think we just devastated our new game. Wow, amazing. Anyway, that's what he's got out right now, but it does say at the end of the villain turn, if there are 3 or more catastrophe cards in play, flip Deadline's villain card. So we will be doing that. Now, so that was all of those things have, except for the glaive here, have a start of turn effect. So we're going to go to the glaive next. It doesn't matter, but what does the glaive do? Well, the glaive says at the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest hit points 3 energy damage. That is going to be oops, got to get rid of these notes here. Let's remove these notes. Clear. It's from the last session. We're going to remove these just so they're not there anymore. Okay. I'll get the rest of them off camera. Anyway, we got to do 3 points. 1, 2, 3 to Skyscraper, and that is going to do the action of the glaive. Now we're going to go back to his card. Okay, so now we know that the second part of the end of the turn is we have to flip his card to the Remorseful Eco-Vandal. Okay. On turn 1, yeah, turn 1, and then we're going to flip this card too. It says gameplay. At the start of the villain turn, if there are no catastrophe cards in play, flip Deadline's villain card, character card. At the end of the villain's turn, destroy. Okay, we already did the end of the villain turn. That was the end of the villain turn action. Destroy all environment cards and shuffle the environment trash into the environment deck. Then destroy all catastrophe cards. And Deadline deals each non-villain target. Oh my God! Wow! 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 That's going to be really rough. But anyway, his end of turn already took place. It flipped his card and did that. So this will be for the end of his next turn. That is going to be rough. But at least now we get to take our hero turns. Okay, so first up on our hero turns we have Guise. Okay, what does he got? He's got selling out. Got to have all the best swag. Okay, at the end of the environment turn. So we're not going to put that into play yet. Let me read these through and we'll decide which one we're going to play. So we've got a weird selection of cards here. I think the best one we can play is this one. Best card ever. It says 1 shot, draw 2 cards. Guise deals 1 target, 2 melee damage. Guise regains 1 hit point, but he's not down any hit points right now. If you throw your hands in the air and yell woo, you may play a card. So, woo! Okay, so we're going to play that. This is Deadpool, right? Or is it Deadpool? Yeah, Deadpool, basically. Okay, anyway, we're going to put that into play. That's going to allow us to draw 2 cards, and then because I did my whoop thing, we get to play a card as well. So we played a card, now we're going to get to play another card. I can do that too. Okay, so I really don't... Man, this hand is bad for this first turn. It's not doing that much for us. Because I can't actually do anything useful. Guise uses a power printed on an active hero's card. Does anybody do damage? So you know none of the heroes currently have a power that does damage, so there's... I just don't see the point. Well, let me look at the other guys and think about it. Yeah, why not? He's going to play this 1 shot. I can do that too. It says, Guise uses a power printed on an active hero character card in play. If that power has the name of a hero in it, treat that name as if it were Guise instead. So I was thinking about using the fabrication power of Captain Cosmos to reveal the top card of your deck and put it into play or into your hand. So he's going to do that. If I'm reading this right, his cards are so funky. I tell you, I don't know if I like him or not yet. Guise uses a power printed on an active hero's character card. Okay, I think we're right. Let me think about that for just a second. Okay, yes, that is what we're going to do with that. And so then we're going to get to draw a card, and we're either going to get to put it in our hand or in play. Finally gets a damage card. Look, okay, look what I found. Guise deals 1 target, 3... Oh, I also have to deal with damage still from this. So let's do that first. We're going to first do the damage from the 1-shot card, which says Guise deals 1 target, 2 melee damage. We're going to do that to the glaive. That's going to go 1, 2, boom, okay. And then, just for rules clarity, he would gain a hit point at that point, but he's at maximum now already. And then we do this. So, because we played the 1-shot as part of this third part, with the 1-shot allows us to draw and play a card. Okay, Guise deals 1 target, 3 melee damage. If that target's still around, I should do more damage next time. If that target is still in play, increase the next damage dealt by Guise by 1. So we're going to do that. So we're going to do 3 melee damage to the glaive. I'm going to put that there just as a reminder that I have that for next turn. So let me go do 3 more points of damage to the glaive. 1, 2, 3. 3. Oh, 4. Sorry. There we go. Okay, just delayed there for a second. Got it. All right, it's at 5 hit points already. That's a better start than we had last time, but we got these nasty catastrophe cards out. Okay, let's go on then to Skyscraper. Okay, for Skyscraper, we're going to play this. Now she's got Catch a Ride, Micro Assembler, which is pretty good, but I don't think we need it right yet. The Thorathian Monolith, which will reduce damage, but I don't want all this, until all these irreversible damages are out there, I don't want her to have nothing but irreversible damage on her. So we're going to play Catch a Ride. It says switch to Skyscraper's Teeny card. So here's her Teeny card. So we're going to put that into play. So she is now Teeny. And then it says a hero target other than Skyscraper deals 1 target 2 projectile damage. So what we're going to do is we're going to make that be, so basically we've played this card, so we're going to make that be Guise. Now why am I going to do that? Because Guise has this. Guise deals, if that target is still in play, increase the next damage dealt by Guise by 1. So that's going to become 4 damage from him. So we're going to, I'm sorry, 2, so 3 damage from Guise using this ability. So we're going to do 3 damage to the glaive. Okay, so it's down to 2. And we use this, so this can go into Guise's trash. The second part to this, Skyscraper deals 1 target dealt damage that way. Okay, I'm going to take it back. We're going to do that to Deadline himself, because if I'm going to deal irreducible damage, I want it to be on Deadline. So let's go back to the app. I'm going to add 3 points back to the glaive and then do that to Deadline. Okay, so we're going to bump that back up 3, and then we're going to bump him down 3. There's nothing in play that reduces the damage done to him. And then we do the second part to this. Skyscraper deals, because basically she's piggybacking off the other hero in teeny form. Skyscraper deals 1 target dealt damage that way, 2 irreducible melee damage. So we're going to do 2 more points of damage to Deadline. Then I need to try and make a note for him somehow. There we go. And we're going to do -2 irreducible melee damage. Okay, I want to make a note on him that he has that, so he cannot recover up to 80 points again if he gets that lucky. Okay, and now we're going to go back to Skyscraper. That was a one-shot, so that was not her power, so that's going to go into her discard pile. Now we can look at the power on her teeny self, which is play up to 2 link cards you may move to your hand, either 1 link card from play or 2 link cards from your trash. So we can play 2 link cards now. Well, we only have 1, so we're going to get to play this one. It says play this card in front of a hero character card. That hero gains the following power. Power, discard a card, then search your deck for an equipment card, put it either into your hand or into play, then shuffle your deck. I think we're going to place this in front of Captain Cosmos, because when I was starting him before and looking through his deck, he had a lot of like equipment items, or I don't know if they're equipment though. I'm going to flip to his deck and see. Just a moment. Yeah, actually, it's not going to work. That's his stuff is called constructs. So we're going to give this actually to Knyfe, who does have quite a few equipment cards. So I'm playing that in front of Knyfe actually, and that's going to be her power. So you know what? I forgot to draw a card for Guise after all that stuff. So I just put that card on at the end of his turn. Okay, then we're going to draw a card for her. She used her power. Now we're going to draw a card. And then we're going to do any end turn effects. There aren't any, so that is going to end her turn. Now we go on to Captain Cosmos. Okay, so he got an energy bracer. So for the card he plays, he is going to actually play an energy bracer on himself. That may at least protect him from the environment a little bit. And if I do things in the right order, maybe he'll absorb, make sure he doesn't take some of that permanent damage from the catastrophes of Deadline. So he played that in front of himself. Then he gets to use his power. It says reveal the top card of your deck, put it into play, or put it in your hands. So we're going to do that. Augmented Ally. Okay, so play this card in front of a character card. at the start of that hero's turn, their player may discard a card. If they do, they may immediately use a power. Perhaps. I think I'm going to play that. Of course, this is probably, it's not an ongoing or item card, so I don't think it's going to get destroyed by some of these cards. I'm going to play that in front of Skyscraper. The reason being is because she has 3 different powers. They're all pretty good, and it could prove useful to us, so we're going to give that a shot. That is his power, so now we're going to draw a new card for him. We get Harsh Offense. That's good, so that's some damage dealing, I think. And that will be the end of his turn. Now we're going to go on to Knyfe. Okay, we're going to use Energy Burn. It's a one-shot. It says Knyfe deals 1 target 3 energy damage. Then if that target has 10 or more hit points, Knyfe deals it 2 energy damage. So we're going to play that, and I guess you know who we're going to play it on. So we're going to go to the app. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and now, because that deadline still has more than 10 hit points, we're going to go 1, 2 more. Okay, now let's go back to Knyfe. Now she gets, that's her one shot there. Now she gets to use her power, which says reveal the bottom card of a deck, either put it into play or discard it. She's going to deal it from her own bottom of the deck to see if it's something worth playing. Let's see. For the greater good, one shot. Knyfe may deal herself 3 psychic damage. If she takes damage this way, you may discard 1. You may draw 1 card, play 1 card, and use 1 power now. Well, heck. Okay, she's going to do it. Let's give it a shot. That is going to be 3 psychic damage, so she's going to take that. 1, 2, 3. Puts her 26 hit points. By the way, she did that by using her power, so she revealed the bottom card of the deck. Then she can either put it into play or discard it. So she put it into play, and then it'll be discarded. So we're going to do the second part of that now. It says, if she takes damage this way, you may draw a card. Great. We got Flawless Execution. Whenever damage dealt by Knyfe reduces that target to 1 hit point, that target, destroy that target. That's a good card. So she may draw 1 card, play 1 card, and use 1 power. So I think that we're going to then discard that. We're going to, yeah, I think we're going to play the Focusing Conduit Blade, but we are not going to use its power. Well, we could use it, but it destroys the card. And then she can play an equipment card. I don't have another equipment card right now, so we're going to not do that right now. And then she can play a power, so she's going to play her power, which is reveal the bottom card, and she's going to do it again, see what we can get. Okay, overdo it. At the start of your turn, you may play a card. At the end of your turn, Knyfe may deal herself 2 psychic damage. I may lose this card anyway due to these catastrophes unless something happens. We'll see. She's also got the equipment link, the micro assembler, which also had a power. Oh, I could have done that. Man. It's too late now. I'll have to do it next turn if it survives. Okay, so that is the end of Knife's turn. Man, I should have done that micro assembler. I could have searched there and got the perfect equipment card out. But that's going to end that in the hero turns. So now we have to go to the environment. Now, I know I'm playing the game, and I keep telling you I know how to play it. That doesn't mean I'm going to play this particularly well. And I think I have the characters figured out. Again, if you spot more errors, let me know. But I think unless they're catastrophic, I'm going to roll with it. I did think that not drawing the 2 cards for deadline was a big deal, so that's why I did think it was worth restarting. Okay, let's go on to the Dok'Thorath Capital. Okay, first card from the deck here, the Rebel Headquarters. Hero targets are immune to damage dealt by civilian cards. I don't know what that means, okay. At the end of the environment turn, if there are fewer civilian targets than non-civilian environment targets, play the top card of the environment deck. Okay, so that was it. So we did the starter turn, there was nothing. This is it. So at the end of the environment turn, that's where we're at right now, if there are fewer civilian targets than non-civilian environment targets, play the top card of the environment deck. So there's 0 and 0, so I'm going to call them equal and say that we don't draw anything from the environment deck. That's going to end our turn, and that's going to set us up for a really interesting turn 2. I'm going to try and review this carefully, make sure I got things right. I think I did pretty good on this one, even though there's so much going on with these characters, like that placing that other power next to Knyfe. I should have used that. That was a strategic blunder. But anyway, I just didn't catch that. I forgot that had a power sitting there, and that's the things you got to remember. I may have to take notes for this. That's kind of crazy. But anyway, we all know that Sentinels can be a little bit fiddly, so bear with me on that, and let's just enjoy the rest of this run through. So thanks a lot, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.